Frame sets and frames. A web page can be divided into different enclosed regions called frames. Each frame on the web page can display an HTML document independently. A frame set is an HTML file that defines the layout and properties of a set of frames, including the number of frames, the size and placement of each, and the URL of each page that appears in each frame. The frame set file itself does not contain any HTML content that will be visible in a browser. To view a set of frames in a browser, enter the URL of the frame set file. Creating a frame set. To create a frame set, follow these steps. First, select File, New. The New Document dialog box appears. Second, select Page from Sample as the type of web page, Frame set as the sample folder, select Fixed Top, Nested Left as the sample page and click Create. Third, the Frame Tag Accessibility Attributes dialog box appears. Change frame titles as required and click OK. Fourth, you will see that a new frame set with a set of 3 frames gets inserted. If the Frames panel is not visible, select Window, Frames to display the Frames panel. The Frames panel represents the frames within a frame set. A very thick line surrounds the frame set. Fifth, to resize a frame, drag the frame border. Sixth, to split a frame using a frame border that is not the edge of the design view, press the Alt key and then drag the desired frame. Seventh, to delete a frame, drag a frame border off the page or to the border of the parent frame. Saving a frame set and frames. To work with the frame set, you first save the frame set file and then all the documents that will appear in the frames. You can save each file individually or save them together all at once. To save a frame set, select File, Save Frame Set. To save a frame, click in the frame and select File Save Frame. To save a frame set file with the frame documents, click File, Save As. The Save As dialog box appears. Enter suitable names for the frame set and frames and click Save. When you save a frame set file with the frame documents, the Save As dialog box appears for saving the frame set and for saving each frame. While saving a frame, you will see a border around that frame. Rules for naming a frame set or frame. It must be a single word. It can have underscores but no hyphens, periods or spaces. It must start with a letter. It is case sensitive. It cannot be a reserved word. Selecting frame sets and frames. Before changing the properties of a frame set or a frame, you need to select it. You can select frame sets and frames either in the document window or the frames panel. Each frame is surrounded by a thin gray line and is identified by a frame name. When a frame is selected in the document window, its border is outlined with a dotted line. When you select a frame set, all the borders of the frames within that frame set are outlined with light dotted lines. To select a frame, press Alt and click inside a frame in Design View or click a frame in the Frames panel. To select a frame set, click one of the frame set's internal frame borders in Design View or click the frame border in the Frames panel. Frame set and frame properties. When a frame set is selected, its properties are visible in the Property Inspector. You can change them whenever required. Borders. It specifies if borders will be visible. Yes, it displays borders around frames. No, it hides borders around frames. Default. It allows the browser determine how borders are displayed. Border width. It sets the width for all borders in the frame set. Border color. It sets the border color. Choose a color from a color picker. Row call selection. It sets the frame size for rows and columns of the frame set. When a frame is selected, you can view and change frame properties in the Property Inspector. Frame properties override frame set properties. SRC. It specifies the source document to display inside the frame. click the folder icon to browse and select a file. Scroll. It specifies if a scroll bar appears in the frame. Yes, it displays scroll bar. No, it hides scroll bar. Default. It allows the browser use its default value. Auto. It displays scroll bar when there is not enough space to display the entire content of a frame. No resize. It prevents visitors from dragging the frame borders to resize the frame. Borders. It specifies whether to show or hide borders of the current frame. Border color. It sets the border color for all borders of the frame. Border width. It specifies the width of the left and right margins in pixels. Margin height. It specifies the height of the top and bottom margins in pixels. To change the background color of a document in a frame, follow these steps. First, select the frame. Second, click Page Properties in the Property Inspector. The Page Properties dialog box appears. Third, click the Background Color menu and select a color. Control frame contents with links. If your navigation bar is in the left frame and you want the linked content to appear in the main frame on the right, you must specify the name of the frame as the target for each of the navigation bar links. When the visitor clicks a link, the specified content opens in the specified target frame. Follow these steps. First, in Design View, select the text or image that will become a hyperlink. Second, in the link box of the Property Inspector, click the Browse for File icon and select the file, or drag the Point to File icon to the linked file in the Files panel. Third, select the frame name in the Target menu of Property Inspector. Notice that frame names also appear in the menu besides the usual blank, parent, self, and top options.